Dear Beretta Tribers, as promised, we are here to answer as many questions we can. Thank you for posting all of this content during the live event presentation. Ricardo, let's start from the gauges. What are the gauges options available?
So we will have 4 gauges available for the field version, 12, 20, 28, and 410 in different barrel length, right hand, left hand, so plenty of availability of models.
Perfect. And now let's get a little bit more into detail of the different versions available.
So for now, we are just shipping. In some countries, you will be able to find tomorrow. The 12 gauge, the 20 gauge is going to be produced. It's actually in production. So just expect them anytime soon. And then we're going to roll out the different models just in the next few weeks.
And if I'm not wrong, you're waiting to offer also a sporting version.
Yes, of course. The sporting version will be available for those guys that want something a little bit more specific for shooting at the end of the year.
That's great. Also, Lloyd is asking, actually his wife is asking, will there be a Victoria version?
Yes. We forgot to mention that there will be a Victoria version, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's a stock that we made specifically for women. So there it is. Also, Luisa, you should get a gun then.
It's my time. It's my time to get one. Oh, fantastic. Let's move into the barrel. The first question is, how many different barrel lengths will be available?
So this is, in particular, this gun is a 76 30-inch barrel, but we will have 67 centimeters, 71, and 76 for the field versions. There might be only 2 barrel lengths on the small gauges for now. And when it comes for the sporting versions, we will have 76 and 81 barrel.
Perfect, absolutely. What technology did we use for the barrels?
So the technology we use for making our barrels is Stellium. That's the name of the technology. It's basically the name we give to the very complicated and very precise process of making the barrels. In this case, we have a Stellium optimal bore HP barrel, which means that we have a cold hammer forged barrel, which has a forcing cone of 80 millimeters in length and a bore diameter of 18.6 millimeters plus the chokes. You can shoot steel, lead, or high performance steel, chambered in 3 inches. So basically, it's a very all-around reliable gun that you can use with any kind of ammunition.
That's fantastic. And this is one of the big differences compared to the previous 687, isn't it? We moved to the new ballistic performance of the Stellium barrels.
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh, Luca from Italy, I guess, is asking for Woodcock Hunting if we're going to make a shorter barrel, maybe with a rifled second tube.
So at the moment, we won't do it. And Luca, I can tell you, just be patient. We will come with some cool guns in the next year.
Don't spoil it.
But I can't say anything else. But on this particular gun, we won't have a rifle barrel specific for woodcock hunting, but we'll have something soon.
Fantastic. What's next? Of course, choke options, a very interesting topic.
So choke options, we'll have 5 chokes that come together with the gun. Usually what you will have is cylinder choke, improved cylinder, modified, improved modified, and full choke. So with these 5 chokes that you have already on your gun when you buy it, you have, let's say, a lot of versatility depending on the kind of hunt that you're going to do.
And for all those who want to experience different type of chokes, like the ported ones, we will have a dedicated video where you can discover the entire range. Luca Mattiuzzo will explain the entire range of additional chokes that you can buy aftermarket.
Yes, correct.
Exactly.
We have a very large availability and different kinds of chokes, depending on what you're looking for. Yes, we will have extended chokes. Most likely, the Silver Pigeon 3 Sporting will have the extended chokes, 20 millimeter standard extended optimal bore HP chokes.
Included.
Included in the gun, of course.
Very great. What's next, please? Wood, of course. Wood is one of the big novelty of this gun. What about the woods?
So as you can see here, we have just this new surface finishing for the wood. One of the main, let's say, concerns when you go hunting, especially if it's raining or regardless of the condition where you are, the wood needs to be protected. Sometimes it can get deformed if you get a lot of rain or anything. So with this new coating, basically you are protecting much better the wood parts of your gun, plus it actually enhances all the vein and the aesthetics of the wood. So let's see, 2 in 1. You get perfect protection and increases also, let's say, the beauty of the stock that you have.
Absolutely. How many drop options are we going to offer, Riccardo?
So, as I said before, we will have 2 different drop options, either right-handed or left-handed. The one will be 35-55, which will be the highest one, and then we'll have another one, which is 38-60, which is the lower version. Plus, we have to remember that we have also the Victoria, which is a shorter stock with a shorter grip radius and a drop with a semi-Monte Carlo that unfortunately we don't have right now, which will be 35, 45, and 55 after the Monte Carlo.
Excellent.
So yes, we have plenty of options for all of you hunters and Beretta tribers out there.
Very interesting. And also, someone is asking, what about the left-handed shooter?
Yes, of course. We will have all of these options and drops available in both right-handed and left-handed, so don't worry.
Okay, longer stock sizes. Will it be possible to order longer stock sizes for taller shooters?
Unfortunately, no. As you can see, I'm a very tall guy, but still you can buy the spacers that you can put between the stock and the butt pad, which are sold in 12 millimeter or half an inch and an inch long. So yes, we have options for that, but unfortunately the stock needs to remain as it is.
Yes. Engraving. A lot of beautiful comments about the engraving, and people are curious to know exactly what technology did we use for the engraving.
So when we engrave the gun, usually, just to make it simple, is a robot that you put the receiver on it and it engraves with a special program that we developed together with our partners. And it actually, while the robot is moving, it has a laser that goes and engraves in different depths and everything. So that's why we're able to create this kind of, let's say, contrast that we get on the metal. And also, we can even try to simulate the hand engraving, which is something very particular about this gun.
Yeah, in particular, the contrast here is amazing between the background and the main theme.
Correct.
Beautiful. So, Fabrice is coming to another crucial point. What is the weight of the gun in 12 gauge?
So the weight of the gun of the 12 gauge with a 71 centimeter barrel should be around 3 kilos, 300 grams. It can vary, obviously, not much because of the metal, but because of the density of the wood. So you may get even 100 gram difference plus or minus to that weight. So let's say if I had to say a weight, it should be around 3.3 kilos. Depending, if you're lucky, you can find a lighter one or a heavy one. Depends on what you get.
But the difference won't be so huge, isn't it, at the end? The range is still about a few tens grams?
Yes.
Great. So he's going very technical, Fabrice. You're cool in this. He's asking if there are any mechanical differences between this version and the previous 687.
Yes. First of all, the way how it's done, the 687 used to be done 10 years ago, so the machines we used at the time were different. But the most important single thing is the barrel, of course.
Yeah.
The monoblock barrel with Optima bore HP, you can shoot any kind of ammunition that you want, steel or HP steel, chamber in 3 inches. So yes, we have an upgrade from the older to the new one, and it's mainly on the barrels.
Exactly. What about trigger? Are you going to offer only single trigger or also double trigger?
So we will offer the guns only single trigger, but you can buy on our e-store the kit where you can transform to a double trigger. Of course, you have to go to one of our dealers, but it's not complicated, so it's easily done. But yes, it's an option that we have aftermarket on the e-store.
Here a very interesting question. So Thomas is asking, would it be worthy upgrading from a 686 Silver Pigeon 1?
I mean, if you have the extra, let's say
Purchase
a couple of
yes.
$100, I would definitely go for a much better looking gun. But I'm not diminishing the 686 Silver Pigeon 1, but if you compare it with this one, you will notice this is much better looking gun than the standard Silver Pigeon 1.
So it's just a matter if you're ready to reward yourself for a couple of $100 more.
Correct.
Okay. Price, absolutely. Let's remember, please, what is the price?
The price will be 2,399 euros MSRP price. Of course, you may find a little variation depending on the VAT of each country where you live in, but in Europe, that's the price.
Yeah, and this is the entry level then, depending on the version.
Yeah, depending on the options, if you will get the sporter version or adjustable stock and anything, of course, the price, that's the standard price. You start from $2,399.
So Robin wants to know when the gun will be available in gun shops.
So on the 12 gauge, if you're lucky and you live in the UK, you will be able to find the gun next week. We have many guns already in transit to all over the world, including the USA. But if you are here in Europe and you want to buy a gun either in Italy, France, or Spain, you will find the guns very, very soon. If not, they're already there on your local dealer.
And this is true for the field version 12 gauge, while the small gauge are coming before end of the year, isn't it?
Yes, correct. So the one you will be able to find, let's say in the next week, it's only the 12 gauge, but we will be rolling and updating you, all of you, with the different novelties and different models that will be coming up with the 687.
Perfect. USA, when the gun will be available in USA?
So the gun will be available in the USA very soon. I know we've already shipped some guns, so
Good.
Go to your local dealer and start pressing Beretta USA.
And then, oh wow, Simon wants to know when the gun will be available in Australia.
The gun, as I said before, in Australia is a particular market because most of the guns that they use there are sporting versions. But yes, if you want, let's say, to wait a little bit after Christmas but still make you a good present, you will have them by the end of the year, early next year.
Fantastic. So friends from down under, get ready for Christmas gifts. What else? Fantastic. I think that is all for now. We went through a lot of questions. Thank you, by the way, for making all of them to us. If anything else comes to your mind, please just go to our social media properties and make your question aware. We will be super happy to answer you. It's all for today. Ricardo, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Excellent
Lisa.
gun. Congratulations.
Thank
Very
you.
good job.
Hope all of you enjoy hunting with this gun, which is, in my opinion, the best thing you can get right now.
It's all for now. Bye. Thank you.